Hello, Craig Smith from the Home Education Foundation in Palmerston North, New Zealand. We're talking about how we can educate our children at home rather than send them to an institution. A question that comes up now and then is, what's the difference? I hear people bandy about certain terms. So what's the difference between a Greek education and a Hebrew education? Okay, in a nutshell, the Greek type of education is the kind that we in the West have been grown up with. The Greek mindset was one where they looked at things from a very clinical point of view, and you had very definite divisions between subjects, for example. Most of us went to school and we had English, math, history, science, geography. So we had these very definite divisions between subjects, and when we would look at English we would see reading, writing, and we would see grammar and composition and spelling, and we want to break it down into the component parts and then study each of the component parts and see how they fit together. And then once we mastered the technicalities of these bits and pieces, we figured we were educated. Well, we now had a fair bit of knowledge stashed away in our head, but that does not necessarily translate into understanding, neither does it necessarily translate into wisdom. Hebrew education is more interested in what you do with all this knowledge that you have gained. What do you do with this knowledge? Do you use it for a valid purpose? And so the Greek would want to go to school and get educated, because he would go to school and he would stuff his head with knowledge and come away and be able to recite all this neat stuff. Whereas the Hebrew would say, to get educated, you follow a teacher. You follow the teacher around for a couple of weeks, and you'll soon find out what the teacher really believes when you watch the teacher's conduct and listen to the teacher's conversation for a couple of weeks living in close proximity. You'll soon learn what they really believe. And of course, that's the Hebrew education, is discipleship. You get close to a person and you learn from them how to live, how to think, how to act and react in various situations. What is the motivation for living? What is the purpose for living? What am I endeavoring to accomplish on this earth with the years that I have here? So that's the difference. The Hebrew education is, we have a purpose and a reason here. And it's more than just mastering little technical bits of information. No, it's understanding the technical bits of information, that's knowledge. But we want to take that knowledge and make the connections between. For example, you might learn a lot about English and a lot about history and a lot about mathematics, but who's going to show you what's the tie-up between English and history? What's the tie-up between history and mathematics? Is there a tie-up, or are these just distinct topics that have no organic relationship among them? Well, there is an organic relationship among them. A person who knows his English really well and his history really well and his mathematics can then tie these together, and he has a great deal of understanding about how the world works and how English works better. He understands better how English works because he now understands history and maths. He understands how math works better because he now understands history and English. So there's an understanding that comes with making the connections among these various subjects. And then of course, when you take these various subjects and these understandings you gain, and then go across fields again, across fields of learning, that gives you wisdom, and you're able to speak into situations and problems and difficulties that people have, and you're able to speak wisdom in because you've seen how it operates in other parts of history and other parts of the world. So knowledge is the basic part. Understanding is when you see the connections between different bits of knowledge, and wisdom is when you can take the understanding and apply it to real life situations, apply it in magnificent ways that bring benefits to all concerned. So knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, you want to go up the scale, and that's the Hebrew approaches, attaining to true wisdom. And of course, true wisdom is revealed in the Bible, because the Bible is our one place where we have unadulterated truth. And Jesus Christ, of course, is the truth, the way, the truth, and the life. So pursue Him and you will pursue true wisdom and knowledge. Well, the Bible says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Thank you.